We don't need y'all to talk about us because we're going to talk about ourselves. We told y'all.
Welcome in, everybody, once again. Jake, we're back at it. We just can't stop with this Titans team. We are back again with another episode of Titans Tube. I am Justin, my friend Jake here, co-host, as always. All right, we got a big game, Jake. We are back on prime time. Titans going on the road to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams, Jake, sitting here at 5-2. Kansas City coming off of a bye week. So yeah, solid job, schedule makers, really helping us out with that one. Kansas City getting nice and rested for the Titans team coming to town, but maybe they need that rest, Jake. Last season, we pummeled them 27-3. Yes. Can we please get a repeat performance? Because that was a beautiful thing to see. But Kansas City, 5-2. They've lost to the Bills and the Colts on the road. I mean, the Titans swept the Colts. So how good are these Chiefs? Well, I think they're pretty good. They're still a Chiefs team that is firing on all cylinders now, it seems like, especially on offense, dropping 40-plus points, I think it was, on the San Francisco defense 2 weeks ago. Jake, hopefully, the Titans can redeem themselves playing on prime time from that Monday night debacle against the Bills. We'll see how this Titans team can match up against another premier AFC team. The 5-game winning streak, Jake, I hate to break it to you, but it all came to teams that are below 500. So a big test here, Jake, a big test coming up. How are you feeling? What are your preliminary thoughts coming into this matchup?
Man, it's hard to have preliminary thoughts so far, Justin, just because we're filming this early on Friday. We don't know the final injury report. We don't know if Ryan Tannehill is going to be able to go in this game. I feel like it's a coin flip at this point, much like it felt like a coin flip last week, but it was, obvious come Sunday that he was not going to play with the added illness. He didn't travel. So we're going to find out if he even travels with the team this week, Justin. And also, it kind of feels like, the episode of The Office where, the branches of Dunder Mifflin are going out of business and Michael Scott's like, the best thing I can do is put on a brave face and go talk to my people. And he comes out and he just goes, "We are screwed." and so I hate to say it, I love Malik Willis, love the guy. I think he has a future with this team. I think, if under the right development, under the right offense, he can be the guy for this team. But man, if Malik Willis starts at quarterback, bet on the Chiefs, bet your entire mortgage payment on the Chiefs, because geez, man, it might be another primetime bloodbath if Ryan Tannehill cannot go. However, a reason for optimism, Justin, I hate to come right out of the gates with the "we are screwed" quote.
It's okay.
But this defense, you referenced last year, this defense put the clamps on Kansas City. I didn't fact check this, but I feel like that 3-point score total for the Chiefs has to be the lowest in Patrick Mahomes' career to this point. So hopefully Mike Vrabel's got that blueprint ready to go. He put it away in a file cabinet. And he said, it's Chiefs week again, and pull that defensive plan back out and try and do it again, because that's this dominant defense that we've seen over this 5-game stretch. Love it. Very encouraging for the future of this football team if this defense can keep up its dominant play. And also, I think Jeff Simmons and Bud Dupree and Danico Autry and just that front pass rush is kind of our only hope on Sunday, if I'm being frank.
No, you're 100% right. These guys have got to come and disrupt things as much as possible for the Chiefs offense. And, the Chiefs have kind of had slow starts this year. They come out and get down early, but then it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time until the offense starts clicking and putting things together, and they fire off 4 straight touchdown drives. That's just what they do. But yes, this game has got to come down to our defense continuing its dominant play. I don't know exactly how well the Chiefs O-line has performed, keeping Patrick Mahomes upright. It's going to be another challenge that he is much more mobile than the quarterbacks that we faced recently, such as your Matt Ryans and your Davis Mills. It's going to be a different challenge for sure. And one of the best quarterbacks throwing on the run when he gets out of the pocket, improvising, and all that. So the defense is going to have to hold up on the back end as well. Huge game from our safeties. Christian Fulton is really rounding out to be a number one cornerback for this team. Shout out getting his first pick last week against the Texans. Good to see that. We're going to have to lean on the defense if we want any chance in this game. And not especially coming out of the gates. The Chiefs cannot start early. This team cannot face a deficit, 2-score deficit in the first half, because we have to keep the running game as a viable option through 4 quarters and let Derrick Henry keep going. So we'll see. As far as injuries go, Jake, on the Titans defense, Amani Hooker re-injured again. This is such an important piece to this defense, and he is trending towards not playing. Maybe we found a nice little stopgap here with Andrew Adams coming in. He's probably going to see a lot more playing time. Love how he's played coming off the street for us a couple weeks ago. But big loss if Amani Hooker can't go. But as long as our front guys, you mentioned them, Dupree, Simmons, Autry, and maybe Rashad Weaver can come back and be added to the rotation. Yeah, that would be huge to just be constantly, because these guys are going to have to give 100% on every play and give as much push as they can to this line, because that is, like you said, our biggest chance to win. So if we can keep rotating, keep fresh, healthy bodies throughout the defensive line, that would definitely help us here. But hopefully, again, with the injuries, hopefully the biggest one, which is Ryan Tannehill, is able to come in and win and play in this football game for us, Jake.
Absolutely. And
what about the defensive side? I mean, they're missing a big player too. I see on our notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to tee it up for you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Frank Clark was suspended a couple of weeks ago. He is remaining suspended for this game. So, I mean, a win for the Titans offense. We got to take them where we get them, Justin. We're a bottom feeder in this league on offense. It's hard to believe we went from that 2020 offense, most explosive Titans offense in 20 years, and just 2 years removed from that, we are in the cellar, man. I mean, I think we're pushing 32nd in overall offense, and it's crazy when you have Derrick Henry about to lead the league in rushing for the third time in 4 years. And your offense is this bad. That's just a footnote on this offense's inability to really take shots downfield, to really open it up, because it's Derrick Henry versus everybody. And that was our game plan last week. And if Malik plays in this one, it'll be our game plan this week. So with Frank Clark suspended, that's, you got to take the wins when you get them. But obviously this Chiefs defense is anchored by Chris Jones, and KC's defense has been better this year, Justin, than they have in previous Chiefs dynasty years. They've been stout against the run. They struggled a little bit with McCaffrey in that game, but again, they won by 20 points. It didn't matter. So you got to watch out. I mean, the knock on the Chiefs during the Patrick Mahomes era has been their defense is susceptible. If you catch them napping on the right day, and if you do the right things, you can compete with them. But this defense has tightened up this year for Kansas City, something the rest of the AFC does not want to see, Justin.
Definitely not.
Like I said, they're going to be stacked up to stop Derrick Henry. There's going to be no respect of the deep ball at all. And why should they? I feel like a broken record now. Why shouldn't defenses put 10 players in the box with just, let's just guard Nick Westbrook-Ikhine on the outside. I think their number one corner can handle that. Just leave Cody Hollister on the island, because we know we're not throwing to him. And man, I feel like I'm being negative, but it's going to be an uphill battle, because obviously on the other side of the ball, this Titans offense, it's going to come down to 17 playing in this game to have any feasible shot, I think, at winning. Yeah,
exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to make a joke that Chiefs might as well just put all 11 players in the box. Honestly, that's the only thing that our offense has going for us is this running attack. And yeah, if Malik Willis does go, that's not a joke. You should put all 11 players in the box, because Malik has not shown that he can throw the ball with any kind of confidence and precision that you want
He
to
missed
see.
a wide open Chigakonkwo last week. Even if you're not guarding a person, he might miss the throw. Again, I will. That's my last negative comment, Justin.
No more negativity. Hey, and I also caught that you said that the Chiefs defense has really tightened up. Jake, I would appreciate you keeping the tightened up quotes to our Titans team.
I got only. You. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's been a rough episode for me. We're looking down the barrel of just another primetime embarrassment. That's another negative comment I just made. Justin. All right, I'm out. You go ahead. You take.
Hey, we're 5-2.
Attack here.
We are a 5-2 football team, Jake. The number 2 seed in the AFC. Where's the confidence in this team? And I mean, no, I think you and a lot of Titans fans out there are really, singing the same tune, on the same page. That this offense needs some work. I mean, the trade deadline passed. A lot of Titans keyboard warrior people on Twitter were crying. Wow, I cannot believe we didn't make a move to bring a receiver in. Would have been nice to add a DJ Moore, a Jerry Jeudy. Who else was out there?
Claypool.
Chase Claypool.
If you wanted him.
Nah, not for seconds. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm still traumatized by giving away our second for Julio Jones last year. But we'll see. We'll see if Todd Downing can cook something up. I mean, it's just the scheme is going to be everything with this offense because, skill wise on the outside, it's probably not happening. You're going to have to call some stuff where guys are going to be schemed open. Got to execute, be on your blocks. We're probably going to see some screen plays, some short passes. Hopefully Malik Willis can hit that screenplay if he does have to play. But yeah, I mean, you have it right here on our notes. Derrick Henry might need to go for 200 yards in this game again. That's how desperate and dependent are on him. We're going to have to find ways, though, at the end of the day to score points. This team has not scored more than 24 points in a game, and I'm not confident that 24 is going to be enough in this game. As much as we love this defense, we're going to have to. I mean. Well, I don't know. Can I get into my key real?
Yeah, go for it. Go launch right in.
The key for the Titans, and actually, shout out to the Wild Wild West podcast, which is kind of an AFC West kind of division, and they were nice enough to have me on to give my thoughts about the Titans Chiefs game. But then I think they said it best after I had done my bits, where the Titans' best chance, and this is the hallmark of a Mike Vrabel team, is we have got to make this game ugly. We have to grind out for 4 quarters and just make it an ugly, gross, disgusting, vomit on yourself football game. Sorry to be so graphic with that. We might see a lot of punting, and you know what? That's not a bad play. I would take that over turnovers. Low key, a very important player in this game, and this is not a joke. It could be Ryan Stonehouse.
Absolutely.
And when the offense does stall, and they probably will stall on several drives, Stoney has got to come in and be able to use that cannon of a leg and peg them deep in their own territory, make this Chiefs offense work for every single yard that they're going to get. Make them grind out a long drive, and hopefully our defense will not break. It might bend as they do, force the field goals. No huge plays, don't want to see Travis Kelce running down for 70-yard touchdown, Smith-Schuster, all these weapons out here. We can't have any busted coverages. The Chiefs, we can't get down early, all of that. We need to keep it ugly, keep them out of rhythm, make them work and earn everything that they've got. So, I mean, that's kind of the key I'm seeing here. I mean, even if we keep this game close and competitive in the first half, we kind of did against the Bills, right? It was 10-7 for a while, and I think they added another touchdown to where it was like 17-7 at half, something like that. And then they just ran away with it in the second half. And this Chiefs team is very similar. We mentioned the 49ers game last week. I think they jumped on them 14-0, and the Chiefs erased that by the time the second half came around like it was nothing. So 4 quarters of just ugly, disgusting, put you to sleep football. That is the Titans way. And that's my key. It's kind of long-winded and encompasses a lot of things, but MVP Ryan Stonehouse, special teams player of the month. Will you please stand up? Love our rookie punter.
Yes.
Taking the torch from Brett Kern very beautifully so far in his early career. But yeah, go Ryan Stonehouse. That's my key.
Absolutely. My key to this game, Justin, obviously, you got to look across the football. I mean, we haven't even said Patrick Mahomes' name, I feel like, but you got to stop number 15. You got to limit the big play for the Chiefs. You have to cause pressure in his face. Yes, he can escape. Yes, he can throw on the run. It almost feels like the play is never over with this Kansas City Chiefs team. So I love your key. And I don't know why you kind of just awakened something in my fandom. I don't know why I keep waiting for the beautiful game to be played by this Mike Vrabel Titans team, because it's not coming. It's not coming.
Nuh-uh.
And we have to make this a knockdown, drag out, and make them earn it. I loved your key, Justin. And I loved you bringing up Ryan Stonehouse. He has been an absolute weapon for this team. Mike Vrabel talks a lot about hidden yardage in football games, penalties, especially, and then even, punts and how much yardage change is there. And, if you can hit them on the 1 yard line or, inside the 10, that's massive. The hidden yardage in this game is going to play a huge role. And then also on offense, whether it is Malik Willis, whether it is Ryan Tannehill, I don't think you can turn the ball over once in this game and hope to come out with a victory, especially with how putrid. Yeah, somebody used the P word, Justin. Putrid. This Titans offense is.
Yes.
It's not going to be Derrick Henry 3 yards in a cloud of dust every single snap. You're going to have to move the ball. You're going to have to score points to win football games. We alluded to it. They haven't gotten north of 24 points this season, and it's just not going to get it done. It's honestly amazing that this Titans team is 5-2, and it's just a testament to Mike Vrabel's teams making it ugly, winning tough, gritty football games. And I do love it. But yes, I might vomit on myself, like you said, and be asleep by the third quarter because it's going to be, 6-3 or something like that. It would be a huge win if this game was 6-3 in the third quarter.
Oh, absolutely.
Just throwing that out there. But yes, no turnovers on offense if you have any chance of winning this game. Justin, you didn't throw out your score prediction yet, but I'm going to throw out mine really fast.
Yeah.
I am going to take, with all of my negativity in this video, I am going to take the Tennessee Titans winning this game 20-17, knockdown, drag out, take the under, and please God, Ryan Tannehill board this plane to Kansas City, and please God, Ryan Tannehill put on the pads and start this game. Fanhood aside,
wow.
Please don't embarrass ourselves on national television for a second time. I've heard once was already bad enough. Just please don't let it be 41-7.
Whew. You surprised me, Jake. I'm very pleased to hear that you are rolling with the Titans. 21-17, 17 points for the lowly Chiefs offense.
That's 14 more than they had last season against us.
That would be a big improvement. That's true. Yeah, man. It's just this Titans team does surprise us when it comes to the Chiefs. I think we mentioned it in our recap. We did lose the big one in 2019, the AFC Championship game, but we beat them that year in the regular season at home. Beat them last year at home. It seems like the home team really kind of has the edge in this series so far. I'm going to predict that the Titans get over the 24-point hump and get 26.
Wow.
It's going to be 26-24
Yeah.
Titans. Coming down to maybe possibly a Randy Bullock field goal. Can he redeem himself for his Giants game-losing miss? Maybe a big game for Randy Bullock. I mean, when we have an opportunity to tack on 3 points, I mean, he missed a kick last week. So, no longer is he perfect with kicks minus the Giants game. Now he's missed 2 on the season. So Randy Bullock could be a big factor in this game and putting up points. Hopefully we can score the touchdowns instead of field goals, though, obviously. Yes. But maybe we can get a clutch performance, a big game out of him if it comes down to that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bad game to pick. The Titans are going to score a season high in points, especially against a Chiefs team. I think we didn't mention they do rank 3rd in the NFL in running the foot or stopping the run, whereas the Titans are 2nd. So unless the King really gets going, and hopefully he does, we may not see a lot of yards churned out on the ground in this game, which would be terrible news for the Titans. But yeah, I made my pick. I'm sticking with it. 24-26. Titans get a huge road upset. where, yeah, they're 12.5-point underdogs. Good gracious.
And that's got to be the most in the Vrabel era. Honestly, they were 10.5 against Buffalo early this season, and that tied the highest underdog spread the Titans have had with Mike Vrabel. The other 10.5 point underdog game they had was at Baltimore in the divisional round. So miracles happen every day, people. And, I've been negative this episode, but we both picked a Titans victory, and let's just put on a brave face and tell the people like it is. We are not screwed. We have to strap up the pads and go out there and play football. So anything can happen.
We will win. Yes, it will happen. Gotta believe in this team. This team fights. That's for sure. They are bought in. They believe what Vrabel's doing. Hopefully it can translate on the field somehow, some way. Well, speaking of 12.5-point dogs, do we want to get into our picking against or with the spread?
Let's do it.
Jake, would you like the honors? Do you want to go first?
Yes, I will take the honors, Justin, because I've got my notepad from last week here. And I know we aren't keeping track. We have not been keeping track thus far, but I wanted to start keeping track just for last week because I went 3-0 against the spread. Thank you. Thank you.
You would. I see why you wanted to keep track now, just this time. Did you see how I did? Did I do good?
No, I didn't write your picks down, man. You got to have your notepad.
Man, it's all up here. Well, it's momentarily, and then it leaves.
Perfect. But yes, I just wanted to brag that I went 3-0 last week.
It's good.
Obviously, I wish I could take that to the sports book and produce some actual, winnings from that. But obviously, I'll just take the mercy pick right here. Okay, looking forward to this next slate of games. Justin, my first pick this week, I have all favorites, which scares me a little bit. But my first pick this week is the Miami Dolphins going to Chicago and covering as 4-point favorites. It's kind of a weird looking line. You see that and you kind of want to bite on it. So I'm biting on it and taking the Dolphins -4 against the Bears. Bears turning a corner a little bit, but they keep trading away all their defensive players. So I have Tua going in and taking care of business in Chicago. My next pick, Justin, is the Minnesota Vikings -3. Kirk Cousins making his triumphant return to FedEx Field to face the Washington Commanders as a 3-point favorite. I like him. I'm going to take the Vikings on the road by over 3 points. And then I also have the old man. Justin, divorce is hard. Divorce is hard on everybody. And Tom Brady's got to get a win here soon. I mean, he just, ever since the divorce was made public, he has not won a football game. I mean, he's got to break through at some point. And I just think the Rams kind of stink. They're really, really hurting this year on the injury front. And it just seems like not the same Rams team we are accustomed to under Sean McVay. So I think Tampa Bay has to win at some point, much like the Green Bay Packers, talking about another old man quarterback. I feel like they're going to break through eventually. But I'm going to take the old man, Tom Brady, to get it done at home against the Rams on America's Game of the Week by 3 points, Justin. So I've got the Dolphins by 4, Vikings by 3, and the Buccaneers by 3.
All right. I like it. I was actually thinking about going with the Rams to cover the 3-point spread versus the Bucs, but I'm going to pivot. I'm not going to touch that game. I'll let you have that one since you're undefeated. I don't want to be wrong about that. Starting last week, you're undefeated at least. I'm going to go to this Packers and Lions game. Packers are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Lions kind of look scary offensively early on in the year, but man, they have just not been good for a few weeks now. And the Packers have got to be due for a win. I mean, 3-5, goodness, what is going on in Green Bay? But more than anything, the Packers just own the Lions. They really own the NFC North for the most part, but especially the Lions. It's like the Titans-Jags, where it's almost like a shoe-in, and there's just one team has another team's number for the most part. And yeah, I just think Packers-Lions, that's always going to be a Packers win to me in my book, even though the Lions have shown some stuff on offense. And it could be a game. I mean, it could be a close game. It could be a 3-point game, and I'll be wrong because I'm taking the Packers with the 3.5. But Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, make it. I'm going to cut myself off there. I'm going with the Packers over the Lions. Next game, who did I have? Seahawks at Cardinals. Cardinals 2-point favorites. I'm going with Geno Smith and these Seahawks, these high-flying Hawks, to go on the road and not just cover, but I think they'll straight up win that game. How about the NFC West leading Seahawks without Russell Wilson? Who saw that coming? I mean, hey, maybe Russell Wilson was just a product of a really good system and a culture there and a great head coach in Pete Carroll. Maybe so. I don't know. Neither here nor there, but Seahawks playing pretty good and just winning games, stacking wins at 5-3 in first place in their division. So I think I like them to keep it rolling against the Cardinals. And then my last one, where was it? Oh, Raiders at Jags. 1.5 points. Man, the Raiders, I'm looking for a bounce back, Jake. 24-0 against the Saints last week. Ooh, that is not a Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs type of offense. What in the world happened in that game? I think they're going to come back and be hungry. Jags are reeling as they tend to do every season. I like them going on the road and getting a 1.5 point win. I'll take them by 2. I'll take Derek Carr to go into Jacksonville and win that game by 2. So yeah, going with Raiders, 1.5 points over the Jags. Those are my picks, Jake. We all went with different games. There's 6 teams on bye. A lot of hard games to pick here. So we'll see what happens this week here in week 9 of the NFL. Oh, I'll take, you know who I will take? I'll take the Eagles over the Texans. I think this week I'm feeling maybe like a 12-point win, like 29-17 range, somewhere in there. How's that for a prediction, Jake? Yeah.
I like it. Take that one to the bank and totally ignore that we said earlier that we're filming this Friday morning, afternoon.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Your clocks must be wrong down there in Nashville. I mean, daylight savings time for the last time this weekend. Who knows what we're going to be on come Sunday. But anything can happen. Titans fans, optimism, even though I brought only pessimism to the table, let's tighten up. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Never count out this Mike Vrabel team to make it an ugly throw up on yourself kind of game. And let's just go out there and try and squeak out a W any way we can, much like we did in Houston. We played possibly the league's worst team last week. And now we're going to play possibly the league's best team. So, you know, it's a pretty good measuring stick for how far we've come since week 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, still looking forward. Yeah, obviously we should all be looking forward to seeing how this team does. Is this for real? A for real 5-2? I don't know. All 7 points or less victories over sub 500 teams. I mean, maybe that's just how we do, Jake. We like you said, there's not going to be a big, beautiful blowout win where we can just relax the whole time. Titans seem to have done a good job of them in the Vrabel era to play to their competition, regardless of who the opponent is, the best of the best and the worst of the worst. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited, Jake. I'm excited to see what this team has come Sunday night. Hopefully it has a starting quarterback wearing number 17 first and foremost. So something obviously big thing to keep track of this weekend going into the game. But looking forward to it, man. Let's go. Let's tighten up. Let's get the dub. Let's bring the optimism levels back to where they should be.
Yes, absolutely. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. Thank you all for tuning into this preview. We will see you for a recap that is hopefully, yes, Justin, more optimistic.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, tighten up. Everybody have a great football weekend. Titans 2 out.
Tighten up.